Yeah, look, and that's why it's a good time to buy a boat, okay? Call me later. What's going on, everybody? Nick Cardo's with another episode of Mr. Yachts, and today I have a very special topic I want to talk to you about. A lot of people are asking me, when is the best time to buy a boat? There's a few different things to look at when you're deciding if you're going to buy a boat. Number one, I want to talk about how yachts are a depreciating asset. I have bad news for you. Everything's a depreciating asset. Even we are, all right? The only thing that appreciates in value is land, okay? And we're not talking about real estate, but the homes on the real estate also depreciate. So this whole thing that yachts are depreciating assets, everything's depreciating, always, okay? That's number one. Get that off the, just check that box right there. Number two, that's why I have a video called How to Own a Yacht for Free, because if you monetize the boat, then depreciation is a write-off, and it's something you can take a loss on, and it becomes a business, and they can become profitable businesses. I suggest you watch the video. If you don't want to charter your boat, that's also fine. We'll just buy it better than everybody else, and you'll be ahead of the depreciation curve. So in the summertime, the manufacturers are allowed to stamp the following model year on their boats, which means every summer, every boat gets a year older. What are you talking about? Well, you can now buy 2024 boats, right? So that just made the 2023 boat last year's model. So that's a really good negotiation point for when you're buying a boat now in the fall. In the third and fourth quarter, I would say is probably the best for a couple of other reasons. Now, for the boats that are generating revenue, right? This is the slowest season of them all because we're in the middle of hurricane season. We don't really have we have a lot more rainy days now than we do. So generally speaking, these are the two off months, right? This is also the busiest time for refits. This is when people are getting the bottoms painted. So there's a lot of bills coming in. You know, when you want to buy a boat, you want to buy a boat when the owner's vulnerable a little bit and he's bleeding money out. He's like, fine, just take the thing off my hands, right? Well, I'm good at negotiating that type of stuff. So that's another reason. I'll give you another reason. So we got boat show buying season is coming up. What does that mean? Well, that means that the guy that's holding on to the boat that you might be interested in is probably looking at his next upgraded boat, right? So he's more likely to sell his current boat now for a better price because he's eager to get into that next boat, which brings me to my next point, which is probably his income to write off type of scenario. Look, I'm no CPA, I'm a yacht broker, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do know one thing. The guy that owns the $1 million boat that made a bunch of money this year that can write off and depreciate the $3 million boat, his clock is ticking, baby. He's got to make that deal before January 1st, well, actually before December 31st, to be able to take advantage of that. So he's motivated to sell you that boat almost at any loss because it's worth it for him on the next buy. Let's go back to the economy, okay? Now, we got a lot of different factors going on here. We're looking at the housing market. We're looking at the highest interest rates and, record high interest rates. We're talking about people that bought boats overpriced the past couple of years, right? Now, this is making it difficult to trade, right? I don't have a crystal ball or anything, but I can make a very good argument that right now is a good time to sell your boat. And it's a good time to buy a boat because you can refinance, okay? Number one, you can refinance your boat. So you could buy at a high interest rate now. They're gonna come down. And if you plan on monetizing the boat in a charter program, that money's just gonna offset the interest payments anyway. So that's not really an issue for me, I think, like as somebody that puts myself in the mindset of buying or selling. I also want to sell the boat because there's more and more boats coming on the market right now for sale. So you say, well, Nick, why should I buy now then if so many boats are coming on the market? Look, you can also just wait, another year and another year and another year, and then eventually you'll never buy a boat. You got to buy a boat sometime. So I think right now is a good time to buy a boat. I just gave you over 5 reasons. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down in the section below. If you want to schedule a meeting and talk about it with me, I'm putting links down in the description now. Please share with your friends, subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel out a lot. And give me some more ideas to talk about. Give me more questions. I'm here to answer them all. This is Mr. Yachts. See you on the next one.